So do you wonder why some people live way longer while others live shorter? Yes, there are some DNA and some genetic diseases that could be inherited or some other conditions that can shorten your lifespan. But in general, there are few habits that scientists have found to be common on people that live longer. By living longer, I mean above 90 or above 100 years old. So this study done in the blue zones of the world, and the blue zones are zones of in our planet where there is the highest concentration of older people. So this area share common habits that contribute to longer and healthier life. There is a Netflix documentary about that, which is very interesting. It's about the blue zones. If you want to know more information, you can watch the Netflix. But overall, they were similar, and these were the diet. People in the blue zones prefer to eat fresh food. For example, in Italy, in that island in Italy, people will do the bakery at home, and they will have like fresh olives and cheese, and everything was local and of high quality. Also, regular physical activity they found in one village where the streets were, it was in a mountain area, so they found that people there would live longer than in other areas. And one of the theories that they thought that it could be is because since people have to move around for their daily life and they have to go down and up in the hilly streets, people will do more cardio activity, and in that way they would be living longer. And that's why there were like a lot of people above 100 years old in that village. So regular physical activity is very important. Also, they found in Japan, Japan, they found that having strong social connections also is very important to live that long. They also found that in one community in the US, which is a religious community, and people just live there and they have all different backgrounds, but they have a sense of community, but doing activity together and serving to the community that they belong. Not isolating themselves, and doing things together with strong social connections would also improve the quality of life. The other conclusion that these researchers found is that you need to have a sense of purpose. And this topic they found mostly in two places. One, in Costa Rica, when people there have like a very relaxed, chilly life, and they are just happier, and they know that their purpose in life is to just enjoy it. And the second was in Japan, where they have a concept called ikigai, and ikigai means that you wake every day with a purpose in your life and you live according to that purpose. And if you can combine doing in life what makes you happy, and you can be paid for that and gain money, and that is important for everybody, and because it's something that the world needs, and you feel fulfilled doing that, then you have found your purpose in life and you have found your ikigai. And they think that finding your ikigai help you to stay motivated to live longer. The team of researchers also found people that do daily rituals to reduce stress, like prayers or yoga, or just visiting loving ones that also help to reduce stress and help to live longer. So while this blue zone research may offer longevity, others that don't live in those blue zones have found their own way to make it to 100 years old. So here there are a few stories that there are more than one lifestyles that can make a centenarian. And the first example I'm going to bring here is my own grandmother. She lived till 112 years old. Yes, a lot. And she was very, very active. She would be moving around the whole time. She was from northern Spain, which is one of the zones also where they have found a lot of people living longer there. I had the privilege to go to her village recently, and it was a very hilly villa. To go even from one house to the other, you would have to go down and up like in one of the blue zones. Yeah, see, she lived till 112 years old, and yeah, she was very active, and she would exercise literally every day. She would be doing activities in the house, not in front of the TV ever. She would be like sweeping the backyard or doing something, but just she was very active. And then my grandmother, also her daughter, make it till 97. Some of the weird things I saw them doing was like, for example, they would take a liter of water in the morning every single day before having coffee or anything else. And also they would drink kind of a colon cleanse once a month. Yeah, old people thought that was good to get rid of the bad things in your body. I don't know, but it looks like in them, it looks like it worked. So that's my own family personal research in living long life. But I have found a few other on internet, and I'm going to tell you them now. Number one, I found Janet Calment, who is claimed to be the world's oldest person. So she lived till 122 years old. And then her life was kind of very active, like she would do like exercises. For breakfast, she would have coffee with milk and rusk. She loved desserts. And she would also make her own fruit salads daily, usually with bananas and oranges. And she was particularly fond on chocolate, and she would eat up to 2 pounds of chocolate in a week. So that makes sense because chocolate has antioxidant properties, but yeah. So also she, after following her meal, she would have a small glass of port wine, and she would smoke a cigarette. Second example I found on internet is Violet Brown, who lived for 117 years young. She was the first known Jamaican woman to be centenarian. She had 6 children, 4 of which were still living at the time of her death, and her diet was varied, but she stayed away from chicken and pork and rum. And she also attributed her longevity to having the habit of eating 3 eggs per day, 2 of them raw. Third example I found was George Johnson from the United States, and he lived till 112 years old. So he had a diet that would would strike fear in most of nutritionists. His diet was eating sausages and waffles every day for breakfast, sometimes for lunch or dinner too. So sausages and waffles every single day. Somehow all that cholesterol never caught on him, but unfortunately he died of pneumonia. So this is what I found on the internet. I have also to add that my grandmother and my grandmother, they were not vegetarian at all. They, as Spaniards, they were eating serrano ham, pork, olive oil, that milk, cow milk, that was part of their everyday life, and that didn't represent a harm from them. From what I see, I think in that case the most important was to stay active and trying to have a purpose of life. Were also women that devoted all their life to take care of children and raise a family, and were also very active in that part. So do you know someone that have lived that long? 90, 95, 100 years old? Do they have a habit that maybe you think was the cause of them to live that longer, or did they ever give you one advice or so? If so, please leave me in the comments so we all can know and see where maybe we can do something to have a healthier and longer life. So this is all for today. So see you in the next video, and till then, stay gorgeous and stay healthy. Bye.